Ether wallet addresses with at least one Ethereum hit record high. Crypto fear and greed index sits at a whopping 86, and Bitcoin rallies to a yearly high of $18,700 in defiance of the TD sequential. Hey guys, what's going on? Jeb here, and in today's video, we have a lot to talk about on Bitcoin because as you may have noticed, Bitcoin is about to hit $19,000, and in today's video, we are going to be breaking down the technical landscape surrounding that as well as the fundamentals involved in that rally. We're also going to be talking about where Bitcoin is heading over the next couple of days, and I'm going to be showing you the day that I think that Bitcoin is going to hit $20,000. I'm really excited to bring you guys this video. I think you're going to get a lot of great value out of it. If you do, as always, consider hitting that like and subscribe button. We're trying to get to 75k subs by the end of the year. If you'd like to help us spread the gospel of Bitcoin, hit the subscribe button, and if you haven't already, follow us on Instagram and Twitter at CryptoJeb. But without much further ado, guys, let's go ahead and dive right on into it. Before we get started, I do want to mention one of the things that makes this channel possible, and that would be Bybit. Bybit is one of my favorite exchanges, and it is the exchange I do all of my trading on, and I do it there for a good reason. They have high liquidity, high volume, great selections of coins, and since I've been in the space for over 3 years now, and I know what I'm doing, I can leverage trade on that exchange comfortably. It's something you want to make sure you're doing with experience. Now that I am experienced, I can comfortably leverage trade, and it is a great exchange to do so on. I highly encourage you guys to sign up for Bybit with the link in the description down below. It is an affiliate link, and it does help to support this channel and the operations going on behind. We have a lot of amazing things coming your way, guys. Get hyped because we have some great announcements coming up pretty soon. Anyway, guys, let's jump onto the chart. As you can see, over the last couple of hours, Bitcoin has rallied back up from a local low of $17,700 to a local high of $18,750, just $1,500 away from the all-time high of 20 grand. In yesterday's video, we discussed this flat level of support and this downtrending level of resistance that Bitcoin subsequently broke out of, moving on a very bullish path like this. And guys, I think it's very clear that Bitcoin is trying to return to all-time high from $10,500 back on the 8th of October 2020 to today, November 20th, 2020. Bitcoin has rallied 78% in 43 days. That is an average of 1.81% a day. I think the fact that Bitcoin is in a massive bull market is absolutely overwhelming, and that Bitcoin returning to all-time high this year, exactly the way that I've been saying for the last 2 years, is going to happen. So many people said, Jeb, you're crazy. Bitcoin's not going to go back to all-time high. And then some of you guys said, nah, Bitcoin's going back to all-time high like in 10 minutes. Somewhere in the middle, which is where I was, I'm going to pat myself on the back real quick, is exactly what happened. Humble bragging aside, I'm joking. I want to talk about some more things than just Bitcoin rallying. I want to get a little bit more specific about when Bitcoin is actually going to hit that all-time high figure. So let's jump back onto the chart. You see, guys, we can use some extrapolation to come to a conclusion on when abouts Bitcoin is going to hit $20,000. As you can see, Bitcoin has rallied $8,200 in the last 43 days. $8,200 divided by $43 is an average of $200 per day. Televisions. With another $1,250 to run, we should expect that Bitcoin will be back at all-time high on average in just a little under a week. But does that hold up with the technicals and the fundamentals? Does it actually make sense that Bitcoin would be back at all-time high in a week? Well, the first thing you want to do when you make a prediction like this is you want to ask yourself, does this actually make logical sense? Does it make logical sense that Bitcoin could go to all-time high in 7 days? And clearly, based on the way Bitcoin's been acting, yeah, it does. But there's more to it than that, so let's look at some technicals. The first thing I want to bring to your attention is the fact that Bitcoin has just hit a 9 on the TD sequential, and those are normally quite bearish. This is normally going to result in a pretty big correction on Bitcoin. So, based on that one technical indicator, Bitcoin should be having a massive correction, right? Right. Well, that's what clickbait might lead you to believe, but you also need to take into consideration that this candlestick yesterday was a spinning top. That spinning top signaled indecision, and it also signals that when the decision is made, we're likely going to continue in the direction that the decision made pointed in. Yeah. Ever since then, over the last 24 hours, Bitcoin has rallied to the upside. So we did have some indecisiveness. Bitcoin has broken to the upside. That indicates bullishness. So yes, the TD sequential is hitting 9. Yes, Bitcoin is overextended on the TD sequential, but you don't want to use one technical indicator for all of your analysis. That's the point I'm making here, because if you look not too far back, you can see we saw another spinning top 9 back on the 26th of October 2020 when Bitcoin was trading at $13,000 less than a month ago. What followed that was a period of sustained growth on Bitcoin. We pulled back, and then guess what happened? Bitcoin ignored the TD sequential and didn't reset for a total of 14 days. And even when it did reset, would you really call this a TD sequential reset? I'd call that a little bit of sideways trading and a stair step trending upwards. The point I'm making here is that technical analysis is very important, but you have to temper your technical analysis with logic. Does it make sense that Bitcoin is going to have a major correction right before it hits all-time high when everybody in the space is stupidly hyped and buying more Bitcoin? No, it doesn't. What makes more sense is that Bitcoin would be going back to all-time high within the next 7 days. But my prediction is Bitcoin will touch all-time high of $20,000 before November 31st. And in fact, I'll tell you the day, based on everything that I'm seeing, I think it's going to happen on about the 28th of November. But guys, just because Bitcoin is very bullish, we can't ignore things such as the Bollinger Bands. Bitcoin very rarely is going to move too much farther beyond the Bollinger Bands. So tomorrow, expect at least a little bit of sideways trading, maybe a little bit of red. But again, guys, we're in one of the most bullish periods in the history of Bitcoin right now, so don't expect too much. Bitcoin bulls are very much in control, and they are confident. Furthermore, something else I want to bring to your attention is that as Bitcoin makes this massive historic rally, we are seeing quite a lot of VPVR support being built that we had not seen before. Notice we don't have much right here, but everything above that, with all of this trading we've seen recently, brings us VPVR support all the way up here. That's good. This is a foundation that we can build off of up here, because right now, if Bitcoin were to fall, there's not much support. It could pull back down to $12,000 pretty easily. But the more we trade in this region right here, and I think there will be more trading in this region right here, we're going to talk about that later, the more VPVR support we shall build. Also, another thing I want you guys to keep in mind is that Bitcoin is quite overextended on RSI right now. We are seeing RSI sitting at 84, and while I'm not too concerned about RSI overextension in a period of bull market like this, we have seen the previous 2 times Bitcoin hit this level of 85 right there and there, that we did have a short-term pullback down to about 70. In those cases, Bitcoin more or less traded sideways for a few days. It didn't have a massive correction, so I would encourage you to be thinking and looking out for some kind of pullback over the next couple of days to reset this RSI a little bit. It's very possible that third time's the charm and Bitcoin's RSI goes even higher in a way that we saw back at the end of 2017. Notice we saw 2 highs right there, then an even higher high on RSI as we hit $20,000. That's very possible. However, we are getting overextended, and it does indicate that pretty soon, based on RSI and also based on the bands, that we're going to see some kind of consolidation or small correction. So now, based on everything that we've discussed in today's video, I want to jump onto the Fear and Greed Index. As you guys can see, the cryptocurrency Fear and Greed Index is sitting at 86. It was at 84 this morning when we started recording, but right now it is sitting at 86. Extreme greed. We've seen extreme greed in the Fear and Greed Index over the last couple of weeks as a result of the major uptrend that Bitcoin has been in. In fact, Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index has been sitting above 90 and around 90 for this entire month. And here's the point I want to make with this, the same point I made earlier, and that is Fear and Greed Index, technical indicators, news, most of those things play second fiddle to fundamentals when Bitcoin's in a major bull market. And the fundamentals right now are what actually matter. The number of people returning to the space, the fact that the news coverage on Bitcoin is amping up. These are big deals on cryptocurrency. And by the way, here's another news story that's a pretty big deal. Ether wallet addresses with at least one Ethereum hit a record high. As you can see from this chart over on Glassnode, we can see that the number of Ethereum addresses holding more than one coin has hit a record high of over 1.17 million. And that brings me to my final point in this video, and that is that while Bitcoin is in a very big bull market, and while we have seen an 80% return relatively recently, I actually think that Ethereum is the thing that we should be betting on even more than Bitcoin. I'm going to be getting into that in 2-minute technicals tomorrow. Make sure to subscribe for that. I think you guys are really going to enjoy the video that's coming out tomorrow, Saturday, the 21st of November, 2020. I think it's going to be good. I think you're going to like it. But I just want to put a side note here at the end of the video to be very bullish on Ethereum, guys. Ethereum is a sleeper right now. You think Ethereum's doing well right now? Oh, man, just wait until it starts getting the kind of bullishness that Bitcoin's getting. After Bitcoin hits $20,000, here's another prediction for this video. After Bitcoin hits and passes $20,000, it will be continuing to run, but Ethereum is going to start popping off like a Roman candle, and it's going to explode back to all-time high in the next 6 months. Returning to all-time high on Ethereum would be about 150% return. I'm starting to get quite heavily invested in Ethereum because I do very much believe in the project, but that is for another video. Guys, tell me what you thought about this video in the comment section down below. Did you enjoy today's video? We want to hear your feedback. We want to be continuously making this channel as best as it possibly can be, so thank you guys for your continued support. Thank you, everybody who has subscribed recently. We've gotten like 600 new subscribers in the last couple of days, so welcome. If you are new here, let us know in the comment section down below. I'd love to welcome each and every one of you personally in the comments. Guys, before we go, I do want to mention the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy because it is what makes this channel possible. CT2A is the academy that we designed to teach you guys everything you need to know about technical analysis in the cryptocurrency markets. In CT2A, you're going to find 36 videos and over 12 hours of high-quality content teaching you what you need to know about technical analysis so that you can get your feet wet and start investing and trading profitably in cryptocurrency. Whether you're new to cryptocurrency or you've been here for several years like I have, it is always a good idea for you to be brushing up on your education in cryptocurrency and in anything. I actually just yesterday bought an $800 course called Full-Time Filmmaker by Peter Wahlberg. That is a very good course, and I put my money where my mouth is. I tell you guys that courses are a great way to learn things. I just bought a course, and I'm using it to teach myself and 2 of my staff members more about editing so we can make these videos even better. I think online education is the future of education, and CT2A is that manifestation of online education that will teach you how to trade and profit in cryptocurrency markets. In CT2A, we have everything from how to plan and execute profitable trades, math psychology, bull and bear markets, intuition. I love this video because people never talk about your intuition, your gut feeling, that visceral feeling that you have in your gut that Bitcoin's about to do something. Unless you're a very experienced trader, you shouldn't really trade off of that, but it's a very important tool to listen to because sometimes your gut's right. Gauging the strength of bulls and bears, gauging the strength of support and resistance. Guys, I'm just going to level with you. After the coupon code BULLRUN2020, which will get you $40 off at checkout, CT2A comes out to $309. The people that have gone through this academy have made hundreds of thousands of dollars using CT2A as a foundation for their learning so that they're able to actually profit in these markets. Cutting down the time that it takes to get to profitability and then go even farther beyond just profitability and into major profit, cutting down on that time is incredibly valuable. If you cut it down from 12 months to 6 months because of what you went through in CT2A, that's 6 extra months that you're profiting in cryptocurrency trading, and that can amount to thousands of dollars. Guys, this academy's a steal, and our 3,000 students can attest to that. Ask them in the comment section down below or in our Discord server. Guys, we're about to start getting a lot more active in our Discord server. Make sure to join it. The link is in the description down below. I'm going to be doing a Q&A over there relatively soon, and I have a lot of really fun things that we are starting in our Discord, so make sure to join that, and make sure to sign up for CT2A with the link in the description down below. Remember to use coupon code BULLRUN2020 at checkout. Anyway, guys, I really appreciate you clicking on this video. If you did enjoy it, please consider hitting that like button. It helps out the channel when you do. It doesn't cost you anything. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. As with liking, it helps out the channel quite a lot. We're trying to get to 75K subs before the end of the year, and we need your help. So thank you very much for doing that. Anyway, guys, that is going to wrap it out for today's video. We have some big things coming. Get hyped. I'm going to start giving you little bits and pieces of information about it, but I'll tell you one thing. One of them starting to be worked on Monday, and I cannot wait to show you. Anyway, guys, that is going to wrap it out for today's video. Before I go, though, I do just first want to thank each and every single last one of you for watching, as always, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.